Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mowers will practically build themselves. Hello folks, it's Mad Dog Merv, and this is 2020. I've been waiting years to be able to say that. Well, we got a new year. The last thing that we did on the Kit Hoarder Stash was we reviewed the Italieri 1/35th scale M4A1. It's about a 1980 release, as I recall. Well, I went ahead and I got it built. By the way, follow my Facebook page because I do some things on the Facebook page that I don't always do here on the YouTube channel. And for example, you'll get to see some of the updates and some of the things that I did to build this on the YouTube or the Facebook page. So follow that as well. Anyway, I didn't quite weather this as much as I would normally weather one of my projects. But there is some weathering on it, and it actually turned out really good. I built it pretty much straight from the box, except I added some texturing, which I said I would, to the turret and to the hull, and I think it turned out pretty good. You know, you can take a look there and just a quick look and see what you think. But anyway, I'm happy with it. I built this as a tank from the Normandy time frame, the invasion thereof, and it even comes with a cool little figure. And his Thompson that he was supposed to be carrying, well, I lost it right after I painted it. What am I going to do? Well, I gave him this grease gun. How did I get this grease gun? So today on the Kit Hoarder Stash, we're going to talk about something a little bit different, and that is we are going to talk about the parts box. Every modeler has a parts box, and if you've been doing modeling as long as I have, you've got several parts boxes. I mean, I've sold parts boxes, but I got plenty of them. I'm going to show you the parts box that I've got for my Sherman. So without further ado, let's cover a little bit of the parts box, shall we? So the first one is this one right here, and this is a drawer out of one of my, I don't know what you call them. Anyway, it's one of those plastic Tupperware container things. And you'll see I've got a boatload of decals. Get all these sprues out of the way here. And wait for the 215 to go by there. See, lots of decals. And a few more decals. Few more decals. Yeah, so I got lots of decals, which is kind of fun. Holy moly. Okay, so getting into the meat and potatoes of the parts box, here's a Sherman gun mount, 75 gun mount, complete in resin. And, oops, I just dumped out a whole bunch of Germans. They were in the wrong box. How about that? But one of the things I have in here in this particular parts box, I have some hulls that I resin cast years ago. These are M4A2 hulls that I did some resin casting. This particular one over here is left over from some Tamiya kit that I did. And I don't know why I have this, but anyway, it's an extra hull. So I have actually built a couple of my Shermans directly from just the parts that I have left over. Here is a resin composite hull that I have in my parts box. This parts box, this is one of a couple of parts boxes that I have. I gotta throw all these guys back in there. That's the only problem with the parts box. You gotta put all the parts back. In here, I just have some miscellaneous things, like I said, and the decals. Okay. But then I actually have some organized. Thing's heavy because there's a lot of parts here. Okay, this is my organized parts drawer. I have some individual track down there. I have parts for a Pershing in here, extra parts. Here are some resin loads that go on the back of M4 Shermans, as well as some logs from like the Fury kit. Yeah, see, resin, backpacks and such. Pardon me. Here I have some like 30 calibers on a tripod. I have some Ma Deuces in here that are already built. A few other weapons. Oh, these are all add-on armor plates. The weld-on armor plates. These are some. These are some guns for T29 that I have left over. Okay, this is turret stuff. So hatches that go on the turret. There's a resin mantlet. There's some hatches in here. So if I need pretty much any part, I've got it there. How about transmission covers? I have a few. Some of them already have texture on them. Some of them are the heaven's sakes, the 3-piece type, or just the 1-piece. Up here, I have a complete Easy 8 suspension, ready to go. Just needs to be put on something. Here's parts for a vertical volute suspension. These are the 5-spoke type wheels that Sherman's had. Another vertical volute. Oh, and here are, these are again 5-spoke wheels for the Shermans. Apparently I have lots of those left over for some reason. Oh, here's some M4A3, M4A2 deck parts. Yeah, they don't always go in there, right? And here's just some regular M4 parts. If I am building an M4, there's the air cleaners and the grills and whatnot. Here's, looks like M4A2 as well. Some grills and mufflers and those sorts of things for an M4A2. So as you can see with those holes that I've got, I can build pretty much, well, whatever the heck I would like. M4A4 parts. All I need is some lower holes here. How about that? Individual tracks. Those fold down shelves that go on the back of M4 A3s, M4 A1s. Oh, and here's some more stowage that I have. So you kind of get the idea. If I need a part, like I needed something for this guy to carry, I came here, I went through and looked and saw what I had, and there was a grease gun in here, and well, tankers carried a grease gun quite often, so there you go. So anyway, this is something that, like I said, pretty much everybody should have a few extra parts. This is why I really like building the Dragon kits, because they've got so many extra parts. Sometimes you get an entire extra suspension or an entire extra set of wheels, just so many different things. And this is just Sherman. Well, a little bit of T29, a little bit of T26, but for the most part, this is all Sherman parts that are extra. So yeah, you understand why I have so many Sherman kits. Well, thanks for joining us, folks, and get out there and build, and we'll see you next week on The Stash.